Hello and welcome to this full length video, which I'm going to use hand weights. Of course you don't have to use the weights, but if you like to, then please do. I will warm up laying down, but again, if you prefer to do some standing warm up first, please do that. We'll lay down on our mats on our back and get set up. So slide those feet in line with your buttocks, bending the legs and having your feet flat on the floor. Have your pelvis in neutral, that little curve in your lower back, your ribs on the mat, shoulders, and the back of your head, and just tip your chin down slightly to give you a long stretch in your neck. Try not to hold tightness across your chest, and inhale wide into your upper body. Feel your ribs lift and relax. So we're trying not to draw air into the belly, but into the chest. And as you let go with the breath, breathing out, let a little bit more stretch occur across your chest. And maybe if there's any tension in your hips, blow it away as you breathe out. And then with your next out breath, slowly start to squeeze your tummy button down towards your spine. Feel a little hollowing. As you breathe in, let the tummy come up, but don't let go completely. And then as you breathe out, scoop it down again. Settling into the rhythm of your breath with this bracing. You're not squeezing across your chest. But now just notice, is your pelvic floor lifting as you pull your belly button down? If it isn't, then start to draw that up as well. And scoop it up and release. So we have our breathing in place, we have our body set up. Let's add a few challenges, starting with your right leg. Next time you breathe in, let your leg slide away. You can keep it on the floor or just off the floor, then flex your foot at the end before drawing the foot back onto an imaginary straight line. And then without moving your hips, next in breath you'll stretch your left leg. Flex the foot, draw it back. So the foot either pushing through the floor as though you're making a groove in some sand with your heel, or hovering just off. Imagine the floor is very hot and you don't want your heel to touch it, so you stretch out. So we're controlling it through our core, getting a good stretch in each leg. And coming back. Fantastic. Stretch. Okay. Bring those legs back, just check you're still set in neutral, and flick your hands over. This time we're going to start to open and close the knees without the hips altering. Breathing in, let the legs go a little bit, and then come back up as you breathe out, scooping through your pelvic floor. And then repeating that again. Slowly opening. Now, if you need to check that your hips aren't moving, you can put your hands onto your tummy. And also making sure that your back's not arching as you open the legs out. And back in. We'll go with one more. Out. And now zip up as you come back. Lovely. From there, start to tilt your pelvis forward and back. A really subtle, small movement, pubic bone comes towards you, you push your lower back into that softness of your mat, and then you just tilt a little way back into neutral. So you can start to feel a stretch through your lumbar spine, and the out breath as you tilt. Excellent. We'll do that once more. And come back to set up. Now lift both your hands so they're over your shoulders, and we're going to start by taking a hand back on the in-breath and bringing it down on the out. I need to shuffle down a little bit, change to the other arm, stretch back and come down. And reach back. Now you're not necessarily going to touch the floor, you're just going level with your ear or as far back as you can. Don't allow your back to dive, don't lift through the lower back to take the arm closer to the floor. As you do more, you might find it will go a little closer. I have to be careful, my left arm's a little bit double jointed, and as I go back it starts to bend, so really stretch back. Lovely, lovely. And then scissor the arms one up, breath out, and stretch, and breath out. So reaching through to your fingers. I'm having to bend mine slightly because I'm hitting the door. And then come back to centre, and we'll now open the arms out. And now as you zip and hollow, the hands come up. They don't meet quite, and then they stretch out, lengthening across your chest and coming in. Lovely. Out and in. And then leave the arms out, bring them slightly lower down, and repeat your tilting of the pelvis up and down. 2 more. Tilt. And then continue with the legs apart. Drop them from side to side. Open and up. If you wish to turn your head in the opposite direction, then you can. Draw deeply into your belly button to lift your legs up, breathing in. If you're feeling a bit stiff, you could hold the stretch across for another breath, and then come up. It would do 1 more to either side. Over. Last one. Super. So we've done legs, we've done arms, we'll put them together and we'll add some weights. Leg extend, arm lift, so breath in, one hand, opposite leg stretches, and they draw back on your breath out. You switch to the other side, go as long as you can and come back. But all the time as you stretch, you're keeping your pelvis strong and still. So that's not moving. You're lengthening your levers, your legs and your arms, the body staying in position on the mat. Shall we pick up weights and see how we go with weights now? At any time, if you feel it's hurting anywhere or it's affecting the way you're moving by using weights, then put them down and work without. So, here we go. We'll have the hands here. We'll take one arm and the opposite leg, stretch and back, and then you'll repeat the other way, stretch. So the extra weight's putting more pressure through the body. Just make sure that by adding this extra weight, it's not making you lift your lower back. If that is happening, remove your weight. And then we could start to work both arms at the same time. So you're going full range now. Ditch the weights. If this is giving you any kind of alarm bells, or maybe you can find something slightly lighter, perhaps a bottle of water, and just have it half full, not full. Switch one more each way. Fantastic. Take a little rest. And then we're going to go into our arm and leg openings into the oyster. So the hands up, the knees bent, and you'll go out and then squeeze back up. So just slowly open, checking that your pelvis remains facing upwards, you're not opening the back. Don't quite touch the floor with your weights, and don't quite touch them together at the top. Shall we try some with the legs at tabletop? And again, this is an option. You don't have to bring the legs up. If they are up, the knees are over the hips, the feet are at the height of the knees. Or if you prefer, the feet are still on the floor. Here we go. Out and in. Lovely. Out. Last two. Here we go. Opening. And the arms coming up over the chest. Beautiful. One more time. Open and close. Give the knees a hug. Give a little rock from side to side. And then we have choices. The arms are going wide. Your feet can stay at tabletop, and you're going to do a little bit of rolling side to side, keeping the shoulders against the floor. Or you put the feet on the floor and you go from side to side here, but still use the weights to keep your hands down on the floor. Brilliant. Finishing with an even number. Take the hands away, bring your knees in, just flex and point your feet for a bit. Slowly working through the front of your foot. Remember, don't directly hold your knees, go below or behind. And then holding the back of your knee, bring your legs towards you and lift your head towards your knees. And we'll slowly let go from there. Excuse me. Put your head down, have your weights beside you, and we'll do our single leg stretch. Stretching through one leg, coming back as you breathe out, stretching through the other leg. Glide out, squeeze, glide out, squeeze. Just checking we're getting good form here, that you're squeezing those powerhouse muscles, pelvic floor, tummy and back, but you're not squeezing your neck or shoulders. And then bring the knees back in. See what we're going to do with our weights. We're going to lift the head, because I think it makes it slightly easier. If it hurts your neck, try it with the head down. You pick up your weights, and again, you don't need to have weights, and you're going to move your arms a bit like the legs were, up one and down. And as you change the arms, that's when your tummy changes. So you can do it with your head down. Just try and see which you prefer, or do a few of each. And then stretch a leg with the arm. Stretch, breathe out. Each time the leg changes, work into your tummy and squeeze it, and squeeze it. And you will feel your back against the mat if your head is up. So we put that little bit of protection in the back. And 4. Come on, big stretches. 3. 2, 2, 2. 2. And the last one. And again, remove the weights. Bring your knees in. Circle through your back in one direction. Circle back the other. Go again each way. Brilliant. Just knock the knees forward now, so they're in line with the hips, and your feet are very close to the back of your legs. They're no longer at tabletop, they're right close to the back of your legs. Let's do a tricep move with the arms. So the hands over the shoulders, but then you turn them so your thumbs are facing you. Keep very still from shoulder to elbow, and then bring the weights down towards the side of your head. Don't hit your head. And then stretch them up. So that weights to the side of the head, and you stretch up. And you should be feeling this through the back of the arms, the triceps down and up. Okay, just hold them here if you can, and then start to lower one foot, tap and back. If the arms are getting tired, put them by your side, down, because we're working the triceps as we practice the legs. Toe taps, and the heel is going down very close to the back of the legs, feeling this in your lower abdominals. And then we'll put the two together. Take the arms up, and as the foot goes down, the arms come down and then go up, down and up. And if you feel you've got a little bit more that you could work in your core, you could lower both feet at the same time. However, if your back starts to lift, if your lumbar spine starts to lift more than neutral, then you need to either go back to the single legs, or you pause your feet at the point where you lose that little bit of control. So we're really, really wanting to think about the abdominals here. So squeeze them, squeeze them. And can you feel it in the back of your arms? Yeah. Couple more. Down and back. Such a lot going on. Great coordination. One more. And we'll have a pause. And then from our toe dips, we'll go into heel dips. But let's practice the arms first. So your knees are back over your hips. The arms are coming out at right angles, so you're like that. Excuse me. We've got the knees over the hips. We've got the weights over the elbows level with the shoulders. and you simply push the hands up, and they should still be over your shoulders. They haven't gone wider or come in, and then they go back in line with the elbows. Sorry, in line with, push up in line with the shoulders, come back in line with the elbows. Up. And then flex your feet, just leave the hands and lower the heel. It's a lot further. It's possible that you can't get the heel down without your back coming off the mat. And if that's the case, then you just stay at that range. Down and up. And then you can push arms up and back. Press them up over the shoulders, back to elbow. Push, and then down. And you can change. You could do just legs, just arms. You could do one of legs, one of arms. Or to make it harder, you try both feet together. Both feet down, and then up. Splendid. Push and down. So you're modifying this to suit how your body's feeling at this moment. You're going to go with 2 more of whichever, or if your body says stop, then that's what you do. It's all about getting the best out of this for you. That's it. That's the second one. Again, hug the legs, circle the back. And then hold your right leg below the knee, stretch your left leg out. Let's have a nice stretch through the front of the hip. Come on, draw it further in as you breathe out. And repeat with the other leg. Hugging below the knee or behind the legs, lengthen. And you get that feeling of stretch around the hip flexor. And then we'll go on to our final move on our back, and it's a bridge. Setting up. We want the heels probably a little bit closer to you than normal. Start without the weights and then get into your bridging without the feet changing. Keep the toes on the floor, pelvic tilt, and then start to peel away the lower spine from your mat. Imagine it's velcroed to your mat, and you want to lift it so you don't make any noise, lifting slowly up. Unvelcro until you get to your shoulders. Nice push up through your hips, ready to slowly come down. So just tilting, pressing between the rib cage. Come on, put that velcro back down where it was, through lumbar spine and through to neutral. We'll go again. Tilting. Ooh, what we can, that little bit in the glutes. Come right the way up into bridge. Then you go down again. Staying like that, or adding the weight. Make sure you're not tightening across your chest as you hold the weights. Tip the pelvis, keep the legs parallel. Gradually withdraw the back up and then press it back down. You're not moving your neck, just the spine, tilting and lifting each vertebra individually away from the floor. And then popping it back down into the mat. And at the top next time we'll try a few pelvic thrusts. So away we come, away we come, away we come. You hold the bridge at the top and then slowly drop down. Kiss the mat with your lower spine and then push up, down, big squeeze up, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your pelvic floor. See if you can do 4 more really big squeezes coming in your pelvis, pelvic floor, buttocks, and then dropping straight down, up and down. Let's go one more, up and down, brilliant. And then move the legs together, take the hands to the side, and we'll do our final bit of manoeuvring side to side. Knees one way, looking the other, without bringing the shoulders away from the floor. And keep your knees together, even if it means you're not going as far over as you think you should. Over and back. And you may well find one side has more stretch than the other. One more to either side. And then we'll stay over on our side. Bring the weight with you and sit up. Stretch out your legs, sit tall, and we'll do some leaning forward and back. So your weights reach forward, you sit up and you lean back. Can you go all the way down? Take the arms back and then curl up. Come on, pull through your arms, sit up, stretch forward. Now, if you want to, you could stay here, come up and go forward, or you can go all the way down and back. See, my arms aren't going all the way to the floor. If you want to, they can. But now let the weight help you come up and reach forward. Try not to bend the back too much, but to stretch forward. So modifying this to suit you right now. And coming up. Final one. Down we go. Back. And then up. Super. Come over then onto your side. I only need the one weight. And we're going to start with a side bend. We're going to have the legs bent, elbow and shoulder in line. And you go with or without the weight. You just push up and then come down. Now the whole time your shoulders and your hips are to the front. Don't twist the body. Of course, you can work without the weight. Or you can do a few with the weights and a few without. We're going for a couple more. And we're going for one more. And then we'll lay ourselves flat down for our torpedo. So the long arm, cushion in place here if you need to. The legs outstretched and the weight can be on the leg or not. So stretch your legs, see if they'll float from the floor. Doesn't matter if your bottom leg stays on the mat. We then lift the leg, point and flex. Don't twist in the hips. Don't let the feet go behind you. point and flex. And if you are using a weight, it might mean your leg doesn't go as high as it normally does. That is fine. If you'd rather get full range, remove the weight. Or if you want to work with the weight, work with the range you've got. Simples. We go with our final one. Great. And then we're going back into our plank pose that we had. So you can stay here. I'll show you what we're going to do and then we'll perhaps go through the levels. We're going to lift into our plank and then lift the weight here. So you can stay here or here or here. But really squeeze, zip and hollow. If this is aggravating your shoulder, please come down. Ooh, what are you doing? Here we go. 8, 7. Keep going. If you can, if it's too much, you come down. 4, 3. On 1, we lower the weight. 2, 1. And the weight comes down. And then we come down. Yes, brilliant. Back to our torpedo. So you can see the toes, the legs are stacked. You start with your weight here. But this time we're going to add the weight as well. So stretch the legs, pick up the leg, and then as it comes down, take the hand over and then bring the arm back, making a rainbow over your head with your weight. So it's not going behind you, it's going to the ear. So it's in line with the side of the body the whole time. Please don't feel you have to use the weight. I don't want anyone hurting their shoulder. Maybe you don't take the arm all the way over, maybe you just go to the side of the head. This is the last. We'll keep the weight on the leg. And then come down and lower the feet down. Well done, well done, well done. Bit of inner thigh work. See if you can put the weight between your legs. Don't worry if you can't. We then stretch and we try our torpedo again. So up and down. I want you to emphasise the inner thigh of this bottom leg. So push the bottom leg, pushing the weight into the top leg. If you can't get your weight between your legs, you can still get that push through the inner thigh. Should we try lifting the arm? Like we did before. It's not about how high this legs go, it's trying to just work up through your adductors. Next time we'll keep the hand on the leg and bring them down together. Super. Just have a little relax before we do our last one for the inner thigh. We'll leave the weight on the bottom leg and then the top leg comes here, so it's behind, or you could take it across, or you could keep your legs together if that's a better move for you. So I'm going to try here. Might need to hold your weight. If you do, don't bring the shoulder forward, just still keep the arm in line. Shall we have a go? So zip and hollow, and now inner thigh up and down. Flex your foot. Squeeze up and then down. The legs straight, don't kink it at the knee. Up and then down. and down, up, and then a pulse, 8, 7, come on, tighten inner thigh, I don't know how many, 4, 4, 3, 2, and we'll slowly come back down, feel the muscles relax, take away your weight, and it will curl up. We're going to go into the leg kick, side kick. When you're ready, legs come forward and you pop your head under your hand if you can. Once more, the weight's on the top leg. That comes up about hip high, and then it's a swing of the leg forward and back. That hip height all the way through, forward and back. Maybe going a tiny bit further each time. Pushing the bottom leg into the floor to help keep you still. Breathing in as you go back, and then breathing out to come forward. Forward and back. Forward. One more. Here we go. Forward. All the way back. And legs together. Generous rub, I think. Well done, leg. Let's do a few seated before we go to the other side. And we'll use both weights if you want to. Then bring yourself up. Where's my other weight? There it is. And we'll sit with the legs wide. And we'll start with some spine twisting. Weights here, or here, or you could do it here without weights. I'm going to go here. Drop shoulders, long spine. Think of a magnet on your head and on the ceiling, just holding you up without your sit bones coming away from the floor. And then simply twist from the waist, right and left. Keep your weights or your hands still. They remain in the centre the whole time. Your nose remains in line with your breastbone the whole time. Your feet are still, your buttocks nicely sitting in your mat. They don't lift whatsoever. And there's that lovely twist. One way and back. And we'll stop once we've been one more each way. Ooh. Put the weights down, bring the legs in for a moment, and then we'll do a version of the saw. We'll sit back with the legs open, the weight in your hands. You make the same twist as you did with the spine twist. Then as you face your leg, take the opposite arm down and push the other arm back. Sit up, turn and repeat. It's a bit like doing a hurdle. One arm forward, one back. And it can be done without the weights. As with the spine twist, you shouldn't be lifting your bottom off the mat. If that's happening, don't go quite as far over your leg. Keep the quality move. Good. You can always have a pause and then repeat either of these exercises, and that goes for any of the video. One of the beauties of the video, you know, if you find a move you particularly like, you can repeat it. If you find there's one you can't do, you can skip it. We're going to do one more each way. Over. And the other leg. Over. And up. Amazing. Hug the legs. And then let's do a little bit of leaning back and up, and we can open the arms at the same time. So we'll keep the legs bent, feet flat, parallel, legs in line with hips, either with or without the weights. You sit tall, that magnet once more holding you up, but this time pelvic tilt and lean back without those toes lifting, and now a big squeeze through your powerhouse to sit you up. Rounding back, and you're looking forward. Okay, as you go back this time, open your right arm. Look at it, but don't lean that way. Perfect, and come up, tall. Left arm, slightly bent, out. That might be you can't open it too far, that's okay. It might be you prefer to do both arms together, that way you haven't got the pull one way. That's okay. It's a nice movement through that lower back. And I'd like one more each way. And then we're going to finish doing both arms together once. This time, both arms out, both arms in, and take a bow. Over onto our second side, same combination, same order, only one weight required. Laying down, and then we come up. Sorry, we don't. We start with our side bend. So the legs bent, shoulder, elbow, weight here, or without the weight, and then you lift up and come down. Only just touching the mat. You push up and come down. Up. Feel free to remove the weight at any time. Two more. Lift. And then from here we go into torpedo. So now we stretch out. We'll work with the weight on the side if you like to. You can see our feet. We stretch so the feet maybe lift. And then we start to point and flex. And again, you may find one side has more lift than the other. You may find you want to remove the weight. Listen to your body, do what it says, but challenge yourself. Lovely. And we finish now. Come down. Back into our side bend position. And we lift into the plank. And we raise the arm. So the weight is over the shoulder. You can't see that, I'm sorry. And then you can straighten one or both legs. And it's a hold, you're pushing up through your hips to keep you there, you're pushing up through your weight. That weight is really pushing high so that it kind of takes some of the strain from your shoulders. Come on, keep going, keep going, keep going. And then we will lower the arms slowly if we can. And then we slowly bring the hips down too. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. And back to our torpedo. Well, this time we go with the weight on the leg. Are you ready? You can see the toes. They come off the floor. The leg comes up. As it goes down, you come over with the hand. You may reach the other hand, you may not. It will depend probably on how heavy your weight is, how strong your shoulder is. But the goal is not necessarily to reach the hand, it's to get movement and stretch. Oh, hit the radiator in the arm. Point. I won't go quite as far this time. The next will be the last. So the hand will remain on the leg. And we'll come down. Excellent. Have a little rub. And then it's our inner thigh combination. Place the weight between the legs and stretch. Oh golly. And then lengthen both legs and try and lift. And you're pushing through the inside of the bottom leg. If you've got the weight there, you can feel the weight probably on your inner thigh. If you haven't got the weight there, imagine that you have, and just press through and then come down. And you're getting a nice stretch underneath here as well. Your obliques are working. Your neck isn't. I want you to think about those thighs. Up and then down. One more after this one. That's it. Yes, yes, yes. So are you now ready to do the inner thigh? And we have the foot there, all there, with or without the weight. Ready to just put a finger on mine, otherwise it rolls off. So again, think lengthening and strengthening the inner thigh muscle. And you might feel the connection to the pelvic floor as you lift it. Come on, stretching it. Feel the weight through that inner thigh. Or if you haven't got the weight there, imagine it on your thigh. And then we'll come up and add a little tweaking pulse. Squeeze. Now use your pelvic floor. Come on. Scoop it. Squeeze it. Go. Go. 8, 7. Come on. 6. And again. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. And slowly down. Fabulous. We are going to do our side kick. Our legs in front, one on top of the other, and the head comes up, the weight goes on the top leg. Push the bottom leg down, lift the top leg up, with a flexed foot, move it forward, with a pointed foot, move it back. Now don't let your bottom leg move. Flex, point. Don't lift the leg as it goes back. Keep it in line, and then you'll feel it a nice stretch through the middle of your hip as you go back. Flex, stretch in the middle of the heel, back, stretch in the middle of the hip. The rest of the body is as still as you can be, swinging forward, swinging back. Forward. Last one, forward, all the way back without a lift. Amazing, and the legs together. done our second side. All that's left now is to do our back, our all fours, working our back. So move yourself over onto all fours. Have your weights with you, and then set yourself up so the hands under the shoulders, the knees apart under the hips. You're not going to look at your hands, but you look slightly further ahead so your neck remains in line with your spine. For our first move, I'm going to just take the weight in one hand. We're going to stretch back with the leg that's not holding the weight, and then stretch forward and lift the hand that is. Now this arm is going to come back and then go forward. Come back. Can you see the weights twisted, and then push forward? And then you can lift the other leg back, forward, back. So you're holding a balance. A little bit of coordination going on with the arm. Back, forward. Should we do two more? Back. And the last one. Clunking on the radiator. And then down, and we'll change hands. So get into that nice position. Slide your foot back first. Keep it on the floor. Stretch your arm, and then bring it back and forward with the leg. Back, stretch forward, back. Of course you can put your foot down, and you can do the arm movement without the weight. So if you can repeat the arms twice more, holding, holding, bracing, bracing. Put the arm and bring the leg back down. Take a little sit back in child pose. We're not quite finished. Whew. We're going to do the cat and the dog with the weight, if you like to use the weight. So, back with the weight in your original hand. Start by stretching arm and opposite leg, and then lift them. And then from there, bring them in and curl up. Let's do that again. Stretch and lift, and then curl into the cat stretch. Let's give two more this way. The length, lift, balance back, and again. And we'll change sides. Do the same thing. Are you ready? Let's do it. So stretch and lift. And then bring the pubic bone and the chin together. Lengthen, lift, curl in. And again, two to go. As long as you can. So we're moving the lower spine one way, then the other for the last time. Up and back. Once more in child pose, and then we're going to finish off with some threading. And again, we'll alternate. We'll do some on one side and then some on the other. So the weight in the, move my other weight out of the way. The weight goes through with a stretch, and then you lift it up. And you might find you can't lift very high, that's fine. Or you might prefer to work without the weight. In fact, I think we'll do two with the weights. Put the weight down and then do two without, so you can reach further and lift higher. So dive under to do that with the other side. So again, if you can, do 2 with the weights, do 2 without. Through and up. Thread and up. Lose the weight. Reach a bit further through. Lift. Through and lift. Fantastic, you have done it. Take your weight back towards your heels. Just walk your hands down your mat and see if you can get your forehead close to the mat. You can take your legs a little bit wider, or put your hands into fists and rest your forehead on your fists, but working with your breathing. And when you breathe out, just allowing your body to relax a little bit more. Maybe you're able to drop closer to the floor. Two more big breaths, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then bring yourself up to kneeling. Give yourself a big clap. And then stand carefully. I'll pop it off and I hope to see you again soon.